We are discussing from Sri Valmiki Ramayan, Ayodhya Kanda. Maharaj Dasharath requests his beloved wife Kaikeyi in various ways to reconsider her desires, her request of sending Ram to forest for 14 years and asking Bharat to be crowned as the king of Ayodhya. But despite so many requests and various attempts, Kaikeyi doesn't change her mind. When Maharaj Dasharath, he realizes that it's not going to change, then he says, okay, dharma bandhena baddhosmi, now I have to follow this. So he says, I wish to see my son Ram. And Maharaj Dasharath, he's feeling so depressed, sad about it. He doesn't want to see Kaikeyi's face anymore. So he wakes up, he gets up from his place and he walks out of the Shunya Griha or the Kopa Griha where all this conversation was happening. And he goes to a place where generally Suta, Magadha, Vandigas, the people, his servants, they come and meet him, talk to him. So he goes to that place and he's just crying, lamenting. And that time, morning, his main minister, Sumantra, comes to wake Maharaj Dasharath up. And Maharaj Dasharath, so his face is fully swollen, his eyes are swollen because he has not slept whole night and so much of emotional trauma he has gone through. And he requests, can you please go and get my son Ram? Sumantra understands there's something seriously gone wrong, but he cannot ask. So out of etiquette, so he hurries himself to the palace of Ram, and so he informs Ram that Maharaj Dasharath and your mother Kaikeyi, they want to see you, they want to meet you. It's a very unusual request because they were about to begin the rituals for Pattabhishek, the crowning ceremony. So why at this time somebody wants to meet? But however, Sri Ram comes. At this time, Valmiki Rishi elaborately explains what was going on outside of the palace, on streets especially. So there are about 3 chapters elaborately describing the preparations that was taking place. Preparations that Vasishtha Rishi was doing, elaborate preparation. And also while Sumantra was going to Ram's palace, what all he saw, how people were celebrating. And when Ram was coming from his palace to the Maharaj Dasharatha's palace, what all he saw. Like how people were very happy, excited to see Ram, and they were talking amongst themselves how fortunate we are to get a person like Ram and is going to be king today, and we are very fortunate and all that they were talking and all that. So Maharshi Valmiki is actually telling all of us that while all this is going on, the people are not aware what is going on, and they're very happy, they're celebrating. So there's so much of joy in the air and they are very happy, excited, right? Because later when the news is broken, so they all will obviously be sad. So that is the background that he's setting. So when Ram comes to the palace and so finally he's seeing his father. So that is a chapter that we'll discuss today. Sa dadarshasane Ramo nishannam pitaram shubhe. He saw his father reclining on a couch. His father, Maharaj Dasharath. Kaikeyi sahitam. Kaikeyi was also there. Deenam mukhena. His face is as if he's going to cry. Deenam mukhena. The face is full of depression, sorrow, sadness. Parishushyata. There is no life on his face, Maharaj Dasharath. Such a big event is going to happen. Very happy, joyful. Why my father's face is looking like this? Swollen, dull, like that. Sa pituscharanav purvame abhivadya vinitavat. So the moment Ram came, he immediately bowed down to his father, Maharaj Dasharath, offered his obeisances. Tato vavande charanau Kaikeya susamahitaha. First he paid obeisances to his father, then to mother Kaikeyi. Then the moment Maharaj Dasharath saw his son Ram, immediately said, Rama. That's all he could say. Rama ityuktaha. The only word that came out of his mouth was Rama. That's all. Vachanam bashpa paryakulekshanam. His eyes immediately filled with tears, torrential tears. Akula ikshanam. Very sadly he's looking at Ram. He's trying to say something but is not able to say. Just so much of sadness inside, the sorrow. How will I send such a child to the forest? He's feeling very depressed. And just Rama ityuktaha, Rama. That's all he could say. And the tears are coming. Shashaka Nrupardino Nekshutam Nabhibashitam is not able to speak anymore further. Tadapurvam Narapetra Drishta Rupam Bhayavaham. The Ram seeing his father like that, he became very scared. What happened to my father? I've never seen my father like this. He's a very great man, very glorious man, very powerful person. Such a powerful, confident, authoritative figure, Maharaj Dasharath he is. And suddenly we are seeing him, he's like crying and his face has become deena, sad, and there's no life. And bhayavaham, it made Ram very fearful. Ramopi bhayamapannaha padasprashteva pannagam. As if somebody steps on snake, like you're walking and suddenly you keep your leg, your foot on the steps and you feel so shocked and scared. So the Ram felt like that. What's wrong here? Why is my father is crying? Why is his face is like this? Indriyair praharshtaistam shoka santapakarshitam. His all senses have dried up. There's no life, when you look at somebody's face, their eyes will be shining, the face will be bright, and it feels good to see them. But Maharaj Dasharath, because of whole night crying, all the senses on his faces are looking completely dried up, no life. So in that way, and so he's feeling, it's very, very sad and it's making Ram really scared. And he said, he's thinking, what must have gone wrong? He's very disturbed. Ram is very disturbed. The Valmiki is saying, like how the ocean behaves on the full moon day. When there is a big moon in the sky on the Paurnima day, full moon day, and the ocean will be very turbulent. Big waves will be coming. Huge water will be coming in the form of a waves. Like that's the status of Ram's mind. His feelings, he's feeling big waves of emotions are appearing in the minds of Ram. Why my father is like this? Chintayama sacha tada Rama pitrahito rataha. Pitrahitaha. He's always, Ram is Pitra Hita Rataha. Rata means completely absorbed in the welfare of his father. How to keep my father happy. That's how Ram is always thinking. And for such a person to see his father was very disturbing like this. Kim Svidadyaiva Nrupartinamam. He felt, what is this? Every time when I come and tell my father, whatever Abhivadana, whatever good morning or whatever they say, he'll reply back. This is the first time in my life my father is not telling anything to me. Every time I just come and tell him whatever, namaskara and all that, some reply comes. But he's just not giving me any reply. What's wrong? What happened? So even if he was angry in the past, imagine Maharaj Dasharath, for some reason he was angry and upset. But the moment he saw the face of Ram, immediately his anger will melt and he'll come back to his normal. But today it is not the situation. He's not speaking anything. So Ram started thinking. He started thinking, Kachinmaya naparadha. Have I done any mistake? This is the first thought that is coming to the mind of Ram. Have I done any aparadh to my father? Here the acharyas say, see how a good person thinks. They see something not okay around them. They think first they want to check with themselves. Is there any contribution from my side? The search begins from the self. Not that, oh, who has done what? No. Have I done anything wrong? Is there anything gone wrong from me? First, anything has to happen, it has to start from us. Have I done anything wrong that made Maharaj Dasharath sad and upset like this? So he's thinking, Kachinmaya naparadhma ajnanadyaiva me pitaha. Unknowingly, ajnana, maybe unknowingly I must have done some aparadh to Maharaj Dasharath. That is the reason why he's upset. He's thinking, so I should like this. So, kupitastha ma chakshaha. Why my father is angry? He's not talking to me. Maybe I have done something wrong. Aprasanna manaha kinnu sada mam prativatsalaha. My father was always affectionate to me, but today he is not greeting me back. He is looking very sad and dull, and he is also looking very tired. Shariro manaso vapi kachidenam nabadate. What is bothering him? Is it something physically not okay with him? Is it something emotionally bothering to him? Have I done something wrong to him? What is wrong with my father? Why is he not talking to me properly? What is the misfortune? Then he started thinking, maybe this Dasharath and Kaikeyi, they are together. Something must have gone wrong with Bharat. Did they hear some wrong news about Bharat? Something happened to Bharat that has made my father very upset. Kachinna kinchit bharate kumare priyadarshane shatrughne va mahasatve matrunam va ma ashubham. Any ashubh happened with Bharat or Shatrughna? So like this, he's all thinking, what must have gone wrong? What must have gone wrong? How can a man, he has taken birth from such a father, and how can I be happy when I see my father like this? So in this way, then he starts speaking to Kaikeyi, because Dasharath is not speaking. So now Ram is speaking to Kaikeyi. He says, Etada chakshame devi tatvena paripruchata. Devi, my dear mother, Devi Kaikeyi, kim nimittamo purvoyam vikaro manujadipate. He says, what is the cause of this unprecedented scene that I am seeing? I have never seen my father in entire life like this. So what is the reason? Can you please tell me what is the reason? Eva mukta tu Kaikeyi raghavena mahatmana. So he's asking, have I done anything wrong? This is anything wrong from my side? Can you please tell me? Did you do anything wrong to my father? Out of something, did you misbehave with my father? Did I do something wrong? Did someone else do some mistake with my father? Why is my father upset like this? Please tell me. Na raja kupito rama vyasanam nasya kinchana. So now she's speaking. She's undisturbed. She's still smiling. She's not worried. Like Ram is disturbed and worried to see Maharaj Dasharath like that. But she's appearing to be completely normal and undisturbed. So she's speaking. No, there is nothing wrong with him. No, there's nothing wrong. Don't worry. You have not done anything wrong. There's no mistake from your side. Nobody has done anything wrong with him. Even I have not done anything wrong to him. There's something bothering your father. Something in his mind is bothering. So he's hesitating to tell that to you. He's thinking, he's worried how you will respond if he tells that. So he's worried about that. That is why he's feeling something hesitation to tell that. So he's saying, but he has promised me something, but he's not telling. And I can tell, but if you assure me that, you'll not be disturbed and all those things I can share with you. So Ram is immediately saying, oh, why are you even asking like this? Something is bothering my father to share with me. And why is that you are not sharing with me? Please tell me, don't worry. It can be anything. It can be anything. And Ram says, for to make my father happy, I can even enter into fire alive. You ask me today, Ram, enter into fire and give up your life. Right now in front of him, I'll enter into fire. He asked me to drink the deadliest poison. I will drink immediately. There's nothing that can stop me doing what my father wants. Why should he hesitate? What is stopping him to tell me this? Be rest assured. Nothing to worry. Just go ahead and tell. What is bothering my father? Why is he not able to tell me this? So then Kaikeyi is saying, she's saying, Atisrijya dadani te varam mama Sampati. See, your father has given me some vara. 2 boons he has given. Sa nirartham gata jale setum bandhim ichchatihi. Now he has given me, he said, I'll give you some 2 grand, but after he is giving, now he is thinking how to execute. So he is bothered about it. So it's like building the dam after the water is gone. What is the use? So you have to build dam before the water flows away. Now what can be done? What is the use of feeling bad now? Already it's gone. He has promised. He has given me the boon and promised and everything. Now he is lamenting. What is the use? So he is worried. Oh, what is the impact of this? And especially about you is thinking. So if you fulfill whatever king has given, pleasant or unpleasant, right? I will tell you everything. Yadi tad, is she saying, Yadi tadvakshate raja shubham va yadi ashubham. Whether it is good or bad. You tell me whether you are going to do that or not. Karishyasi, you have to do that. Then I will tell you. So then Ram is saying, Evattu vachanam shrutva Kaikeya samadhritam. So, aho dikkarhase devim vaktum mabidrisham vachaha. He's saying, my dear mother, what is this here even? What is this? If you do means what? If my father wants and he has promised something, there's nothing called not doing. Aham hi vachanadragnya pateyamapi pavake. Pateyamapi pavaka. Pavaka means in Sanskrit fire. I will even enter into fire. Bhaksheyam visham tikshnam. Tikshna visha. The deadly poison, bhaksheyam. I'll even consume that poison. Agneyam api charanave. If my father orders me, I'll do all this thing. Niyukto guruna pitran rupena chahitena. For him, to see him happy, I'll do any of these things. Tell me, don't hesitate. Tadbruhi vachanam devi ragno yadabhignya kritam. So I will do anything. I'll carry out anything. So when he spoke like this, by seeing his commitment to the truth and seriousness, so Kaikeyi felt, now he's going to do. I don't have to be worried whether he'll go to forest or not. He's very serious about it. So he will definitely go. So then she started telling, Pura Daiva Sure Yuddhe. Long back there was one fight between Daiva and Asura, divine and demonic. Pitrate Mama Raghava, your father participated in that. Rakshitena Varau Dattau, I saved him in that some attack in that. So Dattau Sashalena Maharane. He gave me some 2 boons as a result of that. Tatra me yachito raja. So today I asked him whatever he had granted me that. Bharatasya abhishechanam. I told Bharata abhishechana has to happen. Bharat should become king. Gamanam dandakaranye tava. Then I asked your father, you should go to Dandakaranya. Gamanam dandakaranye tava chadyaiva raghava. This is what I asked. And I told your father, today itself Ram should go to Dandakaranya. Today itself, whatever arrangements are being made, with the same arrangements, Bharat should become king. This is what I have asked. Yati satya pratignyam tvam pitaram kartumichasi. If you are committed to satya, if you are committed to truth, especially to your father and all that, atmanam cha narashreshta mama vakyam idam shrunu. So please execute whatever I told you. So in this way, abide by your father's command. Your father has given me boon, so now you follow. So, Bharatasya Abhishecheta. So, Bharat shall be consecrated today, right? O descendant of Raghu dynasty, with all this preparation, whatever they made today, they will make Bharat as a king. So, now, Sapta Sapta Cha Varshani. Sapta Sapta means 7 plus 7. So, 14 years. Sapta Sapta Cha Varshani Dandakaranyam Ashritaha. You should go to Dandakaranya forest. Abhishekam Mimam Tyaktva. Give up this, your Pattabhishek that is happening today. Jata Jinadharo Vasaha. You should give up royal dress and ornaments and all. You should wear jata, you matted hair, and ajina. Ajina means it's kind of a bark, the tree bark. Bharata Kosalapure Prashantu Vasudha Mimam. So Bharat will become the king and he will rule, and you go to forest. Etenatvam Narendroyam Karunyena Samaplutaha. To tell this is what he has to tell. But your father is afflicted with that Karunya. How will I tell this to Ram? So he is finding it very difficult to tell you this. So that is why he is not speaking to you, he is not telling this. So he is saying, this is the reason why your father is not speaking. So she spoke this. And when Ram heard this, and so what was the reaction of Ram? So he came to know what is bothering his father, right? Tadam tadapriya mitragno vachanam maranopamam. What is the kind of statement Ram heard? Marana upamam. Upama means like death. It is like near death. Somebody who hears this, they would die out of the shock. Such kind of statement in a very, very harsh way. She's speaking. Apriya, very unpleasant. Not at all happy to hear that. And Shutvana Vivyate Rama Kaikeyim Chedam Abravid. It's very painful like death. And Apriya. But Ram was completely undisturbed. It didn't make him any apriya and all that. Even though what she spoke was like that. Evamastu gamishyami vanam vastu mahatviha. Immediately he said, be it so. Immediately, without any, there was no argument, why, what and all this. She's just told, this is what it is. That's what your father has told. Evamastu. Astu. So be it. Evamastu. Oh, is that what? Okay, so be it. It will happen. Evamastu gamishyami. Gamishyami. Gamana means walk, going. Ami means he's speaking himself, first person. Gamishyami. Yes, I will go. Evamastu gamishyami vanam. I'll go to forest. Vastumaham tvitaha. Jatajina dharo ragnya. I will wear that jatajina dress. I'll give up my royal dress. As per the order of my father, I will do. Don't worry. And he said, so this is not a problem. But can you please tell me? Don't be worried whether I'll go to forest or not. I'll do that. But you know what is bothering me is that my father should have told me this. Happily, I would have done this. Why is he? That means he doesn't have faith on me, is it? He doesn't have, is he worried, whether my son will do or not? Is he hesitating? Why is my father? He can tell me directly. Then Kaikeyi is saying, no, it's not like that. See, your father is worried. How to tell this to you? Not that he has any doubt on you and all that. But he's feeling out of saujanya, out of courtesy, is finding it difficult to tell you. So that is why he is so like this, when Kaikeyi was speaking, she's only speaking, she's only telling, and she's telling, no, today only you should go. Immediately you go. And the moment Dasharatha, who was there, Alikam manasam tvekam hridayam dahativa me. One thing is burning in my heart. Why my father is not talking to me? My father, see, please look at this. What is bothering Ram is not, I should go to forest, and this is, by hearing that it is bothering me, I'm feeling sad and broken hearted. No, what is making him feel sad is his father not talking to him is making him feel sad. His father's sad face is making him worried. His father being like that is making him worried. He's just not worried. So at this point in time, we need to remember the verses from Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna said, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada Agamapayina nityaha tanti tikshvat bharata. So here Sri Ram is teaching a lesson to all of us how to welcome all such situations in our life. Just few minutes before this, he spoke to Kaikeyi. He saw celebration outside. Everybody in Ayodhya want him to be king. Preparations are done. Everything is done. Anyone else in his place would have died out of that shock. But here Ram is not that he is suppressing his sad feelings. Sometimes when something goes wrong, what we do? We don't show it. But internally there will be like on Jwalamukhi. There is some volcano erupting, but you're just suppressing it and trying to manage it and make your face in such a way so that nobody does that. No, there is no such feelings in the heart of Ram. It didn't bother him. Why? Why it didn't bother him? Because anityaha. Sri Ram is aware of the nature of this world. What is the nature of this world? Sukha dukkhada anityaha. Sukha, dukkha, they are temporary. They are not permanent. Any time it can change. So Bhagavad Gita speaks so that we prepare ourselves for that. Preparation is extremely important. We give this example. If I am coming and trying to sit on this asan, suddenly one pin is there and it pierces. Oh, it will be such a painful. Well, we are walking and let's imagine one thorn pricks us. We will jump out of the pain. Because I did not know that one pin is going to pierce me. So unprepared pain is very difficult to handle. Unprepared pain is very difficult to handle. Now when I go to doctor also gives me injection. Doctor gives me injection. That is also needle. That is also piercing. That is also causing me pain. But I'm mentally prepared for this. So when there is a mental preparation about the reality, sukha, what is a materialistic mistake we do? Our mistake is that, the sukha, success, happiness, they're all forever, permanent. It's always going to be like this. So when it changes, it shocks us. So we are like sitting and crying. Why did it happen? How did it happen? Like this. The point is that it is going to happen. It's just going to happen. So Sukha was there. He was going to be the king. He's going to be the most wanted king and all these things. But now everything changed. Everything changed. You are no more needed in Ayodhya. Kaikeyi is saying, today itself you leave to Dandakaranya forest. So when such a thing happened, so Ram's response to that situation was a very healthy response. Martyavataram, Martya Shikshanam. So in the Bhagavatam it is mentioned, the purpose of Lord Ram's incarnation is to teach the lesson. Avatara is for Shikshana. Shikshana means educate. How we should behave in our life. How to conduct in our life. Because the Sukha, Dukkha will keep coming. They'll keep coming. Anything can change. Good time can change. Bad time can change. The tragedy can happen. Anything can happen. At that time, how do we respond to all the situation? So now Sri Ram, he's just not bothered. What is bothering him? He's seeing the situation of his father. Right? And then he says, Aham hi Sitam Rajyam cha Prana Nishra. He's saying that I can give up anything. I can give up Sita. I can give up this kingdom. I can give up any of this thing. Rishto Bhatre Swayam Dadhyam. Happily I can give up. Without any second thought. Anything dear to me I can give up, but I can't see my father like this. What makes him happy, I'll happily do it. Don't be worried about this. So when they were talking like this, Maharaj Dasharath, he was sitting there and he saw all these things. And like that, it made him so difficult to hear this. And how my son is happily accepting all these things. Such nice child, such nice son. That son is going to forest and she's sending him. It is making him so painful. Like that, he said, oh, like that, he just screamed out of pain and he fell unconscious. So Maharaj Dasharath fell unconscious, and by seeing that, Ram became even more disturbed. Oh, what happened to my father? He rushed to take care of his father. And Kaikeyi harshly stopped him. Stop! He said, don't waste your time going and taking care of him and all. Why are you wasting your time? It's not going to help. Don't waste your time. Your father is not going to feel all right. What is she saying? She's saying to Ram, so harshly she's saying that immediately you go away from Ayodhya. Then your father will be all right. So he's saying that immediately you leave so that your father will be all right. Iti shuddham shubham shrutva giram ramasya parthiva. Ha Rama, ha Vatsa, oh my Ram, oh my son, Vatsa, Mukta Kantho Rurodasaha, crying like this, Maharaj Dasharath fell. Ragnyastasya Visamgnasya Kaikeyaschaya. So then Ram is going to help him, but Kaikeyi is stopping. She's saying that, no, please, immediately you leave. Right now, you leave. Your father is not going to eat anything till you go away from Ayodhya. She's telling to Ram. He will not drink water if you are here only. If you are not going from Ayodhya, he is not going to drink water, is not going to eat. He will not become normal. So you please immediately go to forest so that he will start doing next work, what he has to do. She's telling, see how karma can make somebody's heart so hard. It can lose all samvedana shilata. What do you mean by samvedana shilata? Samvedana. Vedana means the pain. Samvedana means I can experience your pain. I can feel your pain. Or I can sense your pain. When I touch some hot thing, it's hot. By touching it, I come to know it is hot. Like that, by seeing you, by talking to you, by being with you, I should feel what you're going through. That's called samvedana. Vedana means pain. Samvedana means I should also feel the pain that you're going through. Samvedana shilata is the name for the word, that empathy. She has lost all her empathy for Dasharath, for Ram. She's so obsessed about what she wants. She's so obsessed about Bharat becoming king and Ram going to forest. And she's not letting Ram to attend to the father who has just fallen unconscious. Neither she is attending to him, nor letting Ram attending to Dasharath. She's saying, no, immediately you go. Go today only you go. Now, right now you go. Don't waste any time. From this palace, directly go to Dandakaranya forest. She's telling. So in this way, she's saying, and Ram is totally undisturbed. And he did one pradakshina because she's not allowing. So Ram, he did a pradakshina to that father, Maharaj Dasharath. And he did pradakshina to Kaikeyi. Please give me blessing. He carries no grudge, no anger, no upset. Oh, this lady, she's stopping my, this today's function, program, ceremony. She's taking away my opportunity to become the king. He's carrying no grudge. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you have to accept what comes by the will of the Lord, by the will of the providence. It is coming by the will of the providence. Later we will see one chapter how Lakshmana argues. He says that what is this nonsense? I will fight. I will make sure that who will stop your, at that time Ram says, come on, this is the will of the providence. We have to very gracefully accept it. We should gracefully accept it. We should not try to change all these things and fight and all these things. So very gracefully is accepting. You see this. Later we'll see. When Sita was kidnapped by Ravan, at that time Rama did not speak the same thing. Oh, we should accept whatever God has done. Right? Anyway, something has happened. Let's accept, let's move on in our life. No. He built a bridge over the ocean. Now he is not taking any attempt. So what scripture teaches is, when it happens to you personally, that time don't put efforts trying to solve it. It is happening to someone else. That is when you have to do your duty. It is your personal sukha dukkha. What is Krishna's teaching? Titikshva. What are the teachings of Lord Krishna? Titikshva means what? Tolerate. So what is Sri Ram is doing? Tolerate. So this is the loss for whom? Personally, I am not becoming king. I am losing opportunity to be in Ayodhya. I am losing opportunity to be in the palace. Now I have to be in the forest. I will not be king anymore. So, titikshva, tam titikshva bharata. It is a pain for you, tolerate. It's pain for others, then you have to work hard. You have to put efforts, do your duty. Sita is kidnapped. You cannot say, I'll tolerate now. No, you may tolerate. But another person is in trouble. You have to do everything to save that person, protect that person, all those things. So now Ram, he has no grudge, no anger, no upset. He's doing pradakshina to Maharaj Dasharath. Mother Kaikeyi, please give me a permission. I have one last request from you. He says that one last time I want to talk to my mother Kausalya. I want to console her. I want to inform this to her. Someone has to inform this to her, right? And then I also want to tell my wife Sita, because I have responsibility. I'm husband. I have to tell my wife. So by talking to these two people, Kausalya and Sita, I will go to forest. I hope this is all right for you. So he asked Kaikeyi. She says, fine. So now Ram is coming out of the palace. The moment Ram is coming out of the palace, he is now going. He's coming out. So at that time, at the doorstep, Lakshmana is standing and watching. So Lakshmana also came along with Ram. So Lakshmana watched all these things. And Lakshmana is so upset. Lakshmana kshubita. He is full of distress to see what's happening. My Ram is not going to be the king. This function is not going to happen. Lakshmano kshubito lajja. Lajja means ashamed. What is my father? What has my father done? I'm very ashamed what my father has done. Lajja, shoka, very depressed by seeing whatever happened. Lakshmana kshubito, he is disturbed. Shobhana means like when you throw some stone into water, the water, ripples come. That is called kshobhana. That means disturbance. Lakshmano kshubito lajja shoka krodha samuchayat. He's disturbed. He's feeling ashamed of his father, what he has done, and is feeling angry, upset. Baddhamano nijam shreshta niryantamano niryayo. Just, feeling all these things, just going behind Ram. So Ram is going now, he's exiting. And when he's coming out of the palace. And how is he coming out? The moment he is coming out of the palace, immediately there are so many servants, right? The king means there will be many guards and servants and drivers and associates. So a king doesn't walk alone. King or a would-be king and all that. They have their own symbols. There will be somebody to hold umbrella. There will be somebody to do chamara. These are all the minimum requirements. It's not that personally I want. Like when a prime minister goes, there's something called SPG, Special Protection Group, and they have their own protocols. There will be certain number of guards, and there will be an ambulance, there will be doctors. So they have to be there with the prime minister or a governor or a president of a country like that. So that's like an entourage. So the moment Ram comes out of Dasharatha's palace, the entourage was waiting outside. The moment Ram came out, immediately somebody came to hold umbrella to Ram because is a would-be prince, not prince, would-be king. So immediately Ram said no. The moment he came out, they came to, because Ram knows, now I cannot accept all those things. See how he's so sensible. He's self-governed person. Nobody told him. Right? But the moment the person came, Visarjayitva swajanam ratham pauram statha janan dharayan. So he's coming out and somebody came holding umbrella to him. He said no. Somebody came to with paduka, because a king etiquette is he doesn't walk on the barefoot. A king never walks on the barefoot. He will always have a special paduka. So a servant brought the paduka. Ram said no. And somebody came with an umbrella, said no. And then that's Ratha. The Ratha was ready. Because when he came by chariot, Ratha. Now, so when he's going back, obviously driver is thinking, I have to take him back. So he's saying Ratha. He's saying, no, I'm not going to get onto the Ratha. Because he's not supposed to. Right? He's stripped off from all those things. So he's not getting onto the Ratha, he's not wearing paduka, he's not having that umbrella. He starts walking barefoot on the road. A king doesn't walk like that. Like suddenly a prime minister start walking alone on the road. It is there's something wrong. He has no entourage, no guards and nobody. What is this? He stopped everyone. He said, no, nobody is supposed to come with me now. So he's walking alone. He's going towards Kausalya's palace. So everyone is shocked. What's wrong? Why is Ram is not with all those royal symbols? These are all called royal symbols, etiquette, protocols. Why is he not accepting all those things? And that too when he's about to become a king now. Like next few minutes. So Dharayan. And now it's Valmiki Ramayana so beautifully captures Lord Sri Ram is going through a lot of sad feelings. This sad feeling is not the feeling of losing Ayodhya. This sad feeling and upset is not the feeling of losing the king post or Ayodhya or power or position. No, none of these things. It is said that, it says very beautifully that how will I tell this news to my mother Kausalya? This is making him feel very sad. Apriyam, Maturam. How will I go and tell this to Kausalya? She'll be heartbroken. Not that he is not becoming king and all that. So that he has to go away from mother Kausalya, and that will make Kausalya very unhappy. And I have to go and inform this very unpleasant news to my mother Kausalya, and that is making him feel extremely sad. So that is a sadness. He is not sad that, all this power position is not there and all. Dharayan manasa dukkham indriyani nigraha. There's so much dukkha coming out of, but indriyani nigraham. Ram is controlling that. Ram is controlling. He's not letting that come out. Dharayan manasa dhara. Continuously. The sad feelings are flowing in his mind. Right? Manasa dukkham indriyani nigrahacha. Praveshatma vanyeshma. Mathura priyam. Mathura apriyam shivan. Mathura apriya. Matru. How I will tell this apriya news to my mother? That I am not going to be with you for 14 years. I have to go away from you. How will I tell this? How will I face this? So it is making him feel very dukkha, dharayan manasa dukkha. And like this, he's coming out, and there are so many people, they all want to greet him. Oh, Ram, like this, they want to greet him. They want to just say hi, hello, and all those things. And at that time, see the challenge that Ram is facing. He is not supposed to he can't cry, oh, and he'll start hugging. Oh, what happened? When something goes wrong with us, we want everyone to know that. I'll go and I'll be sulking in my room. I'll be like crying. I'll cover my face with some blanket. I'll be like sulking and lamenting. Or somebody comes, what happened? Like when someone dies, and the moment, no need to ask, the moment somebody enters, oh, he'll start crying. So Ram, such a big tragedy, such a big sad thing is happening. Of course, that is not what is disturbing him. He's really feeling bad that how will I now inform this to Kausalya and Sita, especially here it is mentioned Mathuram, mother. He's worried about his mother. He's going through that sad feeling. At that same time, Valmiki Ramayan is saying when he's coming out, there's so many people standing at the roadside. They're all greeting Ram. How are you? Is all right and all. And he said, he's smilingly replying to them. He's saying, yes, I'm all right. How are you? He's like this. He's not letting anyone know that there's something wrong. See this, how well. And at this time, it's not that Ram is suppressing his anger. Oh, something is snatched away from my hand. That chal kiya mere saath. All those things are not there. He's only worried about how I break this news to Mother Kausalya. Sarvohya abhijana shriman shrimat satyavadinaha nalakshayata ramasya kinchidakara manave. They were Vasishtha. They're just outside of the palace. All who are all waiting, Vasishtha, Sumantra, his friends, and so many of the elderly people, and especially people like Vasishtha and all, they're so expert. Valmiki Rishi is saying these people like Vasishtha, Sumantra is the minister for last 10,000 years. Every single small change in your face, he will detect. Something is right, wrong, all these things. Vasishtha is there. He is there since, some hundreds of kings from the beginning of Ikshvaku dynasty. You can't hide anything from them. They can, in a fraction of a second, they can detect there is something not okay with you. There's something wrong. But here Valmiki is saying none of them detected that there is something wrong happened inside. That's how Ram exited from the palace. And he's coming out, and Manadharayan Manasa Dukkha is carrying the dukkha of how will I face my mother. But that dukkha nobody detected, including Vasishtha, Sumantra, his own close friends, and other royal servants who have taken care of Ram. They know Ram for years and years, but none of them detected there is something wrong that has happened inside. Sarvohya abhijana shriman shrimat satyavadinaha na lakshayata. Nobody could notice. Lakshya means notice. Nobody could notice there is something wrong on his face. Uchitam cha mahabahur uchitam. With everybody in appropriate way he was responding. Look at his Atma Samyama. It requires an incredible level of self-control. Incredible level of control over your emotions. Who you are. What's your credibility? People will break down. One is breakdown, another one starts shouting at everyone. Somebody, I'm just coming out of with so much anxiety and tension. Sir, something. Hey, don't come go away. So means people, what's wrong? Something wrong happened, is it? So immediately people will say, I think there's something wrong here. So there's such a big wrong happened inside and it's coming outside. Uchitam. With everybody is appropriately responding. There's nobody able to detect that he's carrying something, dukkha in his mind. There's something wrong happened to him like this, right? Vacha Madhuraya Ramasarvam. With everybody, Madhuraya Vacha. Sweetly he's talking to them. He's greeting them back very sweetly, very gently, smiling. See how Valmiki is telling all these things. This tells you the character of Ram. What a personality he is, right? Vacha Madhuraya Rama Sarvam Sammana Sanjayam. He is respectfully, sweetly, appropriately responding back to everyone. Because so many people are trying to greet him, talk to him, congratulate him, say, hey, today you're becoming king, all that they are doing. And it's everybody's. But one thing is amiss. Something wrong is that he's not carrying the umbrella, he's not on the chariot, he's not wearing the footwear, paduka, he's just walking like a common man. Common people don't have umbrella and all these things. And they walk very commonly, they walk. So there is something. So, but apart from that, on his face, in his body language, there was no change. Atma samyamya, complete self-control he exhibited, undisturbed. The loss of Ayodhya was not the cause of his disturbance. So, Valmiki Ramayana, the last point today we discuss is that, you see, what it says that the Bhagavad Gita or Vedic Shastras are not telling you to be stone-hearted person. Oh, when something goes wrong, you be like on stone-hearted. No, you can carry feelings, samvedana shilata, the empathy, always for the other's dukkha. What is our philosophy? Vaishnava paradukha dukhi. Vaishnava is a dukhi. He feels sad. He goes through the dukkha, that upset and sad and all that, not for what happens to him. That's not what Shastra says. Vaishnava paradukha dukhi. By seeing others suffering, he becomes upset. So that's what Ram is teaching. He was not upset, he was not sad, he was not distressed for what happened to him. But he is distressed. Dharayan manasa dukkha. Valmiki Ramayana is saying there is incessant flow of dukkha in his heart, not for what happened to him, but apriya, mathuram apriyam. Mathura, my mother, she is going to suffer by hearing this news. That by seeing the mother's, distress, he is feeling sad. So what is the lesson we learn? It's not that spirituality has to make your heart stone-hearted. Oh, others are suffering and I'm like on stone-hearted sitting. No, I don't care. No. What happens to you? You have a steady heart. You're undisturbed for the loss, for the gain, for the defeat, for apamana, all these things to your personal things, you're undisturbed. But something is happening to others, that will affect you. Vaishnava paradukha dukkhihi. Paradukha. He cannot tolerate others being in problem, others suffering. For his problem, he can tolerate. His loss, he can tolerate. His apamana, he can tolerate. So what is disturbing Ram is the Kausalya's dukkha. Thinking of that. He's meditating. Oh, how will she deal with this? So this is making him very sad. And this sadness, by the way, is not making it public. He's not revealing this to anyone. So this is one quality of Ram. We have to learn whom to exhibit our feelings, when to exhibit our feelings, how much to exhibit our feelings, where to exhibit our feelings. The moment I do not learn this art, wherever, however, with whomever I start let loose my emotions, then it's called loose behavior. It will not be called dhira. It will become adhira, loose behavior. Loose behavior means I express my emotions in an inappropriate place, with inappropriate people, with at inappropriate levels. So I just express myself. So this is called adhira. But Ram is dhira. So he's not exhibiting. Nobody is able to detect. So he directly now coming to the palace of Mother Kausalya. So when he comes to the palace of Mother Kausalya, what was Kausalya doing? And so when she heard this news, how did she respond? Because that's the most important thing. He has to take care of his mother, prepare her. It is a fact. He has to go to forest. But now he has to console, convince and prepare. This reality is going to be there, but he has to prepare. So how does Ram do this? That we'll hear in the next session. We'll stop here. Shri Valmiki Ramayana ki, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.